Let me ask you something. Have you ever not done something because you were worried about what someone else would think? Maybe you saw an opportunity to make money online and you thought, oh, people are going to think I've lost my mind. Or maybe you're already doing it, but you're hiding it. You're not talking about it because you don't want someone to roll their eyes and say, oh, there she goes again. She's doing one of those things. Yeah, I've been there. And today I want to talk about it because I think the fear of being judged is quietly keeping a lot of people broke. And I'm done watching that happen. Okay, so if you're new here, I'm Allie. Hi. And I'm a mom of 4. I live in Fort Worth, Texas, and I help everyday people and entrepreneurs figure out how to create income online so that they can have more freedom, more options, more life. So before I do this, I want to be really clear about something. I am a PR and media strategist. I have been in business for almost 20 years. I've gotten clients placed on NBC, Fox, CBS. I have done e-commerce, all kinds of stuff. God put that on my heart years ago, and I'm actively building it. But here's the thing that nobody talks about. Building anything from scratch takes time, like real time. Not influencer highlight real time. It's the real, unglamorous, figure it out as you go time. And while you're building, bills don't pause. Groceries don't pause. Your kids' school pickups, their activities, their needs, none of it pauses. So what do? You figure out a way to make money while you're building. Somehow, people want to make you feel bad about it. Now, I want to talk to you about identity for a second, because I think that this is the real issue. There's a version of you that is bold, that trusts yourself, that makes moves based on your own judgment, not based on what the comment section is going to say, or the social media post, or the email. And then there's the version of you that shrinks, that overthinks, that asks, but what will people think? Before you ask, but is this actually a good idea? I've spent a lot of time being the second version, and I'm done with that. And I want to tell you, the moment that I stopped letting other people's perception of me drive my decisions, everything shifted. I'm not talking about recklessness. I'm not talking about ignoring wise counsel from people who actually love you and serve you. I'm talking about this specific fear, the fear that if you make money online, if you talk about any income opportunity, if you put yourself out there, someone is going to look at you sideways and think you're crazy. And you know what? Some people will. They called the first internet business a fad. They said social media was stupid. They laughed at people who started YouTube channels in 2012. Those people are retired now. You have to decide whose voice is louder. Is it theirs or is it yours? Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. Because if you're in the digital marketing space, or if you're thinking about it, you have probably heard this. Oh, that's one of those get-rich-quick things. I want to address this directly. First of all, is there anything actually wrong with wanting to improve your financial situation quickly? Let's be honest. Like, when did that become a character flaw? But more importantly, no, this is not that. Here's what get rich quick actually looks like. It's promises with no substance, no skills, no system, no community, just hype and a Venmo link, right? What I do is the opposite of that. I learned real digital marketing skills. I learned how to build an email list, how to create content, how to drive traffic, how to sell. These are skills that work for any business, including my PR business. And yes, in digital marketing, I made $300 on day 3 and $15,000 in my first 2 weeks. I was sitting in a hospital waiting room when that first sale came in. My phone buzzed and I looked down and I just started crying. Not because of the money, but because of what it meant. It meant that this works. It meant I wasn't crazy for believing that there was another way. That's not get rich quick. That's a real system that works when you work. The difference between a scam and a legitimate opportunity is not how fast it works. It's whether it teaches you something real. Now, I need to get personal with you for a second. I believe God gives us visions for a reason. He doesn't give you a dream and then laugh at you for having it. When I felt called to build my PR business, that was real. That was something I knew in my gut was mine to build. But here's what I've learned. Obedience to a vision doesn't mean you white knuckle through the financial stress. In fact, financial stress is one of the biggest killers of vision. When you're worried about money, every decision you make is coming from a place of fear. You undercharge clients because you need the deal. You say yes to projects that aren't right for you because you can't afford to say no. Believe me, I've been there, I've done that. You make small, scared decisions instead of bold, aligned ones. But when you have a secondary income stream that's actually working for you, that all changes. You negotiate from a completely different space. You build slower if you need to without panicking. You say no to the wrong clients. You invest in the right tools. You show up as the version of yourself that isn't desperate. The smart thing, the strategic thing, is to make money while you build. There's no shame in that. In fact, I'd argue it's wisdom. So practically speaking, what does this look like? I spend 2 hours a day on my digital income business. 2 hours, that's it. While I'm also running my PR work, being present for my 4 kids, doing school pickups, making dinner, living my actual life. And the income from this, it's not stressing me out about my mortgage. It's not keeping me up at night. It's actually giving me more capacity to build the thing that God put on my heart. That's the play. It's not either or. It's never been either or. You can build your business and create an income online. You can have a full-time job and build something on the side. You can be in the thick of motherhood and still be building something that's yours. And when someone looks at what you're doing and they say, oh, that's one of those things, you smile and say, yeah, it is, and it's working. And then you keep going because you don't need their permission. You never did. So here's what I want you to take away today. Step into the version of you who trusts yourself, the one who makes decisions based on discernment, not fear of judgment. The one who knows that building a legacy looks different for everybody. And for some of us, it means making smart moves now so that we can build bigger later. If you want to see exactly what I'm doing and how I'm making money online and what the system looks like, what it costs, what you keep, I have a free masterclass that walks you through the entire thing. I also have a Freedom Formula blueprint that you can download that shares with you all the ins and outs of everything. There's no fluff, no pitch fest, just real information so that you can make an informed decision. The link is in the description below, so go check it out. You'll be glad you did. And hey, if this video spoke to you at all, I want you to drop the word blueprint in the comments and I'll personally send you more details. You deserve to get paid. You deserve to live free. That's not a get rich quick slogan. That's just the truth. All right, so if this helped you, if it even gave you one thing to think about today, please subscribe and hit the bell so that you never miss a video. I drop new content every single week, and I promise it always is the real stuff. No filter, no fluff. Remember to get paid and live free, and I'll see you on the next one.